So in this lecture we'll talk about models and applications using linear equations. So linear equations are a really good way to model data. So modeling data is mathematically modeling. For example, you take a mathematical problem and try to model the data according to your own purpose. So for example, here is a list of all the ones that you can model as a data. So if in the problem it verbally says that one number exceeds another by a, the number that you are considering is x and the other number will become x plus a. And if it says twice a number, the number we consider is x and the twice the number is 2 times x. And one number is a more than the other number, so that is again x, the other number will be x plus a. Next is one number is less than twice another number, that is less than twice another number is 2x minus a. Next, the product of a number and a decreased by b is a times x minus b. Remember that what we do not know is becoming x, everything else is a constant. Next, the quotient of a number and the number plus a is 3 times the number, so that is the quotient of a number and the number plus a, so that is x by x plus a is 3 times the number is 3x. So the product of 3 times a number and the number decreased by b is c. So the product of 3 times by a number and a number reduced by b is c. So this is how you can model and translate verbal instructions into mathematical operations. Let's take a simple example. So let's say we have a problem. Find a linear equation to solve for the following unknown quantities. So here they are asking that so one number exceeds another number by 70 and their sum is 31. So they are asking you find the two numbers. So notice the focus on the topic, one number exceeds another number by 17. Let's consider the another number first. The another number is x and the one number that we are considering is exceeding by the other number by, so this is the other number, by 17. So for example, if you consider this to be a and the other number to be b, then if you want to find a comma b, if you want to keep, so b itself is going to stay there, but a is the number, one number exceeds another number by 17. So a exceeds b by 17. So a becomes b plus 17. So in place of b we can consider this as x or b itself, so leave it that way. And they are saying that the sum is 31. So the sum is b plus 17 is one number and the other number is b. So that value is 31. So if you solve it, you get 2b plus 17 is 31. 2b is 31 minus 17. So if you calculate 31 minus 17, you get a value of 14. So 2b is 14. b becomes 14 by 2. So b becomes 7. So this is the number. This is one number. Remember that we are finding a and b. So now we know that b is 7. The another number is b plus 17. b is 7 plus 17. So that becomes, so 24 and 7. So these are the two numbers that they asked us in the problem. So hope you understand the question. So let's try another example. So now try this number. Here they're saying that one number is 3 more than twice another number. So remember the another number. For example, consider the one number. So one number is A, the another number is B. So A is 3 more than twice B. A is 3 more than twice B. You understand how to convert this? So A is 3 more than twice B. So you are going to find A and B. So you have to find both A and B. So but they have given us if the sum of the two numbers is 36. So they are saying that A plus B is 36. So substitute in place of A 3 plus 2B and find the answer. So pause the video right here and try to solve this problem. So let's try a little more complex problem. So they have given us one. So there are two cell phone companies that offer different packages. So one company A charges a monthly service fee of $34 plus $0.05, so that's about 5 cents per minute talk time. And company B charges a monthly service of $40 plus 4 cent per minute talk time after you exceed the 4 cent per minute talk time. Next, so the first one they are asking you is write a linear equation that models the packages offered by both companies. Let's consider the first company is A and the second company is B. This is the total charge that they are charging per patient. So here let's consider X is the number of minutes. So let's consider that X here represents the number of minutes. Then the total charge by the company A becomes, remember the charge fee, the service fee is going to stay the same, $34 plus. So per minute if you are charging 5 cents, so whatever the number of minutes that you use for that entire month will become the monthly service fee for the company A. So that is $0.05 times X. So if you remove the dollar sign and just charge it, so it becomes 34 plus 0.05x. Next, how do you calculate B here? So when you are paying the service, when you are paying for company B per month, you are paying $40, that's common, plus you are paying 4 cents per minute talk time. So that is 0.04 times X. So this is the answer for option for the question A. So this is the linear equation. So A and B represent the prices charged by each company per month. Next, B. If the average number of minutes used each month is 1,160, which company offers the better plan? So what do you have to do in B here? So substitute X equal to, so put X equal to 1160 minutes and calculate the value of A and B. So A here is 34 plus 0.05 times 1160 and B is 40 plus 0.04 times 1160. So when you calculate with the first value, you get 34 plus 0.05 times 1160 is 58. So that is $92. And for the second company, it's 0.04 times 1160, so that is 40 plus, it's going to be 46.4, so that is $86.4. So notice here in this case, so this value is $86.4. Now which company has a better plan here? So notice that whichever has the least charge will have the better plan. So the one that has the least charge is 86.4 here. So company B has a better plan. Right. So when the total number of minutes is 1160, the company B has a better plan because it costs less. Let's take this question C. If the average number of minutes used is 420, which company offers the better plan? Again, so do the same process, put x equal to 420 this time. So in question C, put x equal to 420. So plan A is 34 plus 0.05 times 420, and plan B is 40 plus 0.04 times 420. So when you calculate each of these values, you get 55 for company A, $55, and $56.8 for company B. So when X is 420 minutes, now A is cheaper because A costs less. So A is the better plan. Remember that here we are talking about the cost. So whichever has the least charge will be the one that ends up getting the charge. Next, how many minutes of talk time would yield equal monthly statements from both companies? So they want to know, so what will be X, right, provided both the charges are the same. So they want to know when A equal to B. So write down A equal to B. The A equation is 34 plus 0.05x is equal to 40 plus 0.04x. So take the variables on one side and the values on the other side. Push 40 this side. So push 34 to the other side and push 0.04 to this side. You get 0.05x minus 0.04x is equal to 40 minus 34. So that will become 0.01x is equal to 6. So x becomes 6 by 6 divided by 0.01. So x becomes 600 minutes. So when x is 600 minutes, the charge on A is the same as the charge on B. So this is the amount that you are going to end up with. So that amount is going to be, when you add x equal to 64, you should get $64 for company A, and you should also get $64 for company B, which means that when you use 600 minutes, both plans are better because both plans will give you the same amount, right? So this is how you can model the data and solve problems. So let's try another example. So let's try this example here. Here they're asking you to model the linear equation. So for this real world application, so it costs company ABC Electronics $2.50 per unit to produce a part in a popular brand of desktop computers. So the company has a monthly operating expenses of $350 for utilities and $3,300 for salaries. So what are the company's monthly expenses? So this is the question that you have to remember to understand how to solve this problem. So let's take a simple hint of how to solve this problem. So let me give you some hints. So remember that here they are just asking about the monthly expenses. So they are just asking us to find a linear equation, nothing else. They are not asking us to actually solve something. They are just asking us to find a linear equation. Let's consider that a company produces X parts, right? So they are producing $2.50 per part. They are asking us to calculate the monthly expenses. Let's consider the monthly expenses to be, expenses to be considered. Let's say, for example, E is the expenses. So when you calculate the expenses, there are fixed costs. The fixed costs are salaries and utilities. So there is $350 for utilities and $3,300 for salaries. Plus, they are also producing $2.5, so $2.50 per unit to produce a part, which means that if they manage to produce X parts, which means the total charge will be 2.50 times X. So when you calculate the total expenses, it will be 2.50x plus 3650. So this is the linear equation that we can use to model the problem. So hope you understand this. So let's move on to the next one. So let's try a problem where we will have to use a formula. So here you have a perimeter of a rectangular patio is 54 feet. So the length is 3 feet greater than the width, right? They are asking you what are the dimensions of the patio. Let's consider a rectangular. So let's consider a rectangle. So in this rectangle, what they are saying is that the length is 3 feet greater than the width. So which means that let's consider the length is L and the width is W. So which means that L is 3 feet greater than W. So which means if you consider this as W, then this is the length. Length is 3 feet greater than W. So L becomes W plus 3. So we have W and L. So L is W plus 3. So what is the formula for perimeter? Perimeter of a rectangle is twice the length and width. Right, so substitute it into the value. So substitute the length value, which becomes W plus 3 plus W. So it becomes 2 times 2W plus 3. So it becomes 4W plus 6. So this is the value in perimeter in formula, but the value is given already as 54 feet. So which means write down the value 4W plus 6 is 54. So 4W becomes 54 minus 6. So 4W is 48. So W is 48 by 4, so that becomes 12. So the width is 12 feet. So if the width is 12 feet, what happens to length here? It becomes 12 plus 3, so that is 15 feet. So here the length is 15 feet and the width is 12 feet. So this is the answer. So this is how you can use a formula to solve a problem. So try another example similar to this. So let's try another problem that's similar to the one that we have. So again, it's the exact same problem. So here the dimensions of the rectangle is what they are asking. So basically length and width, and they have given the perimeter. So remember the formula for perimeter, 2 times L plus W. So the length is 1 centimeter more than twice the width. Remember here L is 1 centimeter more than twice the width. Width is W. So L is 1 centimeter more than. Whenever you see more than, it means plus. Less than, minus. Twice the width is 2W. So L is 1 plus 2W, and you have W, and they have given us the perimeter, which is twice the length plus W, which is 110 centimeters. So use the data now. So pause the video right here and try to solve this problem. So let's move on to the next one. So let's go back to another type of problem, which is the area problem. So here the perimeter of a tablet of a graph paper is 48 inches. The length is 6 inches more than the width. So find the area of the paper. So they've given the perimeter, which is 2 times L plus W, and the value is 48 inches. So 48 inches here is the perimeter, and the length is 6 inches more than the width. So L is 6 inches more than W. So L, when you write down the value here, so L is 6 inches more, which is 6 plus W, and you have W. So perimeter is given, which is 2 times L plus W. The value is 48 inches. So 2 times L is 6 plus W is equal to 48. So 2 times 6 plus 2W equal to 48. 12 plus 4W equal to 48. 4W equal to 48 minus 12. 4W equal to 36. And W equal to 36 by 4. So that is 9. So because the units are in inches, this is also in inches. So W is 9 inches. So L is 6 plus W, so which is 6 plus 9, so it becomes 15 inches. So the length is 15 inches and the width is 9 inches. But they did not ask us the length and width, but rather they asked us for the area. So what is the formula for area? So area of a rectangle is length times width. Length is 15 times width is 9. So both are inches and inches, so the answer becomes inch square. So 15 times 9 is 135 inch square. So this is the area. So this is how you can calculate the area. Always remember to read the question correctly. If you don't remember to read the question correctly, then your answers might be way off the values. So let's try another example. So what is given here? So a game room has a perimeter of 70 feet. So again, this is the perimeter. The length is 5 more than twice the width. So L is 5 more than twice the width. Right? How many feet square of new carpeting should be ordered? So they're asking us to find the area. So we know that area is length times width. So use the hints and try to solve the problem. So pause the video here and try to solve this problem. So let's try and solve the last type of this problem, which is here the volume. So here find the dimensions of a shipping box given that length is twice the width and the height is 8 inches. So the height is given, which is 8 inches. Length is twice the width. Remember the value twice. Twice means 2 times. So length is twice the width. So when you want to find the area, so when you want to find the volume here, so the volume is given already, which is 1600 inch cube. So we know the formula for volume when you have a length, width and height is all the values. So L into W into H. So that becomes 1600 inch cube. So L is 2W. So 2W times W times height is 8 is equal to 1600 inch cube. So you have 16 W square equal to 1600. W square equal to 1600 by 16. So W square will become 100. W becomes 10. So W is 10 inches. So length is twice the width, which means twice 10. So that is 20 inches. So now we have all the values that we need. So length is 20 inches. Width is 10 inches. Height is 8 inches. So this is your answer. So with that we end the lecture on the topic of models and applications.